Hello everybody, it is Lupai here again. So I'm going to be giving a quick heads up for the next videos that come out. I'm going to be recording a lot in one go. So all the Undertale vids and all the other vids that I'm going to do, I'm going to probably do some emulator ROMs and stuff like that. So with all this stuff I'm going to be recording, it's all going to be done tonight in one go. So I'm trying to get enough to get at least the next 2 videos that are going to be out this week and next week, and hopefully the week after I'm going to have enough recorded for that, because my aunt got here last night, my brother gets here tomorrow, so things are going to be hectic around here for quite a bit until my mom and my grandma and my aunt go somewhere else, because they've got 2 weeks before they head out and go do stuff on their own before my aunt goes home. So the way that's gonna go until my aunt's gone and until my brother actually gets his own room so he can start getting things back together and finding a job and stuff since he's being released from jail, it's gonna be quite a big thing around here. And unlike the brother that used to be here until he up and moved to Pennsylvania to live with his girlfriend, I don't know how my oldest brother will react or treat what I do, so I'm gonna have to be careful around that, because I don't know if I'm gonna be bothered to him. I don't know if he's gonna be out here much or anything. So more often than not, my videos are probably gonna be either recorded in one long shot or sent or put up to upload in the middle of the night and things like that, when more likely than not he'll be asleep. Oh god, I didn't even realize he started to attack. Okay, so with that being the way it's gonna go, if my commentary kind of gets dead at some point, I'm sorry. I gotta try and think of a lot to talk about, especially when going through things in one go, if I'm doing things by myself. I might try and see about getting friends to record with me, though one just went to take a nap. The other one I haven't talked to yet today, and a bunch of the others don't know this is what I do, so I kinda want to do it with others who do the same thing. Because like Cam and Kai and Preston, they're all used to this kind of stuff, but people like Mary and Liz and Davey would be kind of more difficult, because more often than not that would be MMO recordings, and just going and doing random stuff without a head goal or a platform to go off of for MMOs can kind of get obnoxious and testy. So that's not something I really want to do if I can help it. So I'm actually gonna go back here and deal with some monsters for a bit, because I want to get enough to buy a spider donut. Okay, let's see. Frog compliment. No, 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 no. There we go. Okay, I have 14 gold. Awesome. I have enough for 2 donuts. Because I'm fairly sure there's 7, and the spider is... not the spider. The cider is 18. Yes, we'll leave 7, and we'll leave another 7. Okay, that's all my gold. But with that, I'm happy. So I don't want to really talk to the frogs. Hey, tutorial. So, for the way I'm going to be doing the videos, I'm going to see about getting 3 to 5 Undertale videos done, including this one. Because then I could do 2 a week. and then in between those or after those or whatever I decide to do, I'll do like an emulator game, or maybe I'll do just random running around on an MMO or something. I know I said MMOs can get testy and stuff, but that's if you're running in headlong. Like, if I come up with a plan, like, there's a few different things that I could show off in Mabby, like hiding places and stuff that I go to all the time. But unless I'm doing that, I don't really want to do MMOs if I can help it, unless I have actual people willing to go through and go for a goal in it with me and not just run around random without a goal in mind. So, this one. No, dang it, it's that one. I always forget this. And Napstabloop, why are you down here? Napstabloop's one of my favorite characters in this. I'd say about 5th favorite character. After Sans, Papyrus, and Undyne. Toriel would be after Napstablook. Okay, so blue, green, red. And, so blue's there, green, red. Which one do I need to push? Blue. And all the fights. Oh my god, no. 2 veggies at once is way too much to deal with, especially if they do that. But I also don't like setting them go one at a time, because that wastes, I'm sorry, my laptop's hooked up to my TV and it just went dark and I thought it was the shadow of someone coming across. My aunt and my grandma are here right now, and my mom and dad are in a town 8 hours away. So, okay, where is the green? No, I missed it! Come on! Give me the green veggie. Thank you. Dang it. I totally was not about to say that. Okay, so blue button. As for this one, I don't really know what to talk about, so I'll probably be messing around with the game for a bit. Oops, A. Oops, B. My health is gonna get so low here. Okay, blue, green. I think this one I have to push the red button, yes. And the next one should be green. This is getting deadly for me. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna run. I don't wanna die. So I'm gonna be having to deal with, this one should be green, because if I hit the red switch, I'm pretty sure it puts me down a hole. Luke's, I'm sorry, but my health is too low to be dealing with you. Okay, so up is Tutorial's house, and I think this way I can get a toy knife. Yes. Okay, so I'll be doing 4 Undertale videos after this, and I think I might record some of Ham Ham Heartbreak, which is a Hamtaro game for the GBA, for those of you who do know it. That or Swordcraft Story. Or Summon Night Swordcraft Story, excuse me. But I'll be doing that all in one go tonight. I'll probably do like 1 or 2 Undertale episodes first, and then take a break, and then do the next, and go like that, because I'll probably be pulling an all-nighter tonight to get this over with, and get it done, just so I have stuff to put up, and I don't have to worry about working around other people until I run out of videos. So I hope you'll put up with my somewhat dead commentary. Today has been a kind of interesting day, to say the least. And I will be that I will be working on quite a few different things after this, because I've got a story I've started working on typing up, and for the life of me, I wish I had a friend who could do computer animations and stuff, because I would love them so much for that, because I love writing stories, not like I love it. I love writing stories. I love making up worlds and all kinds of people and characters and stuff. And I always get lost in it, like, which is funny because I used to hate books. I used to despise books and reading like no other when I was in elementary school. And finally when I keep saying we and stuff because I'm thinking of friends and everything, though they aren't really friends anymore, but by the time I got to 7th grade, I was reading constantly. And I don't remember which book it was that got me to start reading and everything so much, but I just absolutely adored reading after a certain point in 7th grade. Give me the pie. If I stop talking for a short bit, sorry, I've been having issues with my throat today and everything, and sometimes it feels like I'm gonna cough, but it doesn't come, so it's that kind of feeling and it bugs me. Okay, so I'm kind of lost on what to talk about now. It's times like this where I wish I had people in a call for a recording, even if it's just to talk back and forth and have random banter or just random topics and reactions. Because after a certain point, commentary on your own gets kind of stale. It gets to the point where it's hard to commentate if you have to do a lot in one go and can't plan out all different topics. And hold on one sec, I've got to move my chair a bit because the way my cast is sitting is bugging the heck out of me. But, so, I've lost my train of thought again. Dang it. Crud. Well, so I need to try and think of a new topic. I want to know who would ever come up with that book. 72 uses for snails. How about an exciting snail fact? Some other games I might do. There are like simulator and otome games that I've got and that I've gotten to do with friends and stuff, but it's not quite what I'm going to do if I can help it, because in those games what I tend to do is read off the text, which usually I do in this too, and I will do in my emulator ROMs, but the thing is I'm not very good at manipulating my voice to how I want to. More often than not, I do it at random and don't even realize what I did until people try and get me to do it again, and I can't do it. Like, I can't do it a second time if I do it at random, and even after the first time it's hard to do, because I've not worked on manipulating or training my voice in a way that I can do things like that easily. But that's something I might work on, so I will see about that in a good bit. Once I have friends and stuff who can help me and show me what to do. Like, one of my friends has something that they downloaded where they can do all kinds of different stuff, songs and everything. But I don't know, it's a kind of weird thing. And downloading stuff like that, it feels weird to sit there and do it to yourself with no one around. So I'd rather be able to do it in a call with friends where I could go back and forth. Another thing I might do is Minecraft minigames and maybe a survival series or something. I don't know. Honestly, I know there's a lot of Minecraft things out there, and I love more than anything the role plays that people put up. Like Newscape Pro and Shovel put up the Undertale role play, and Afmau's got the Minecraft Diaries. I've got an idea in my head for that kind of thing, but the issue of getting people who could help and build maps and stuff is something that would be a bit of a problem for me. So that's not something I can do very easily, though I really would want to. Things like role-playing and everything like that. It's just like stories. I love them like no other, because it's fun. You get to be put into a part that's not you. You get to see the way the world is, or any kind of world that you choose to make up, through someone else's eyes. And I honestly find that fun, because it lets you get out of your own head and into someone else's, and escape from your problems for a bit and see theirs, or see the lack of theirs, depending on how you make your character. As in regards to that, another thing I miss that was involved with Minecraft is, if I really wish my friend would let us do this again. I'm not very good at map building, though I think I'm going to start working on that soon. I used to do a bit of it in the past with Tam and Kai and Preston. Before we met Tam, it was just Preston, Kai, and myself, and it was fun. And then Tam came along, and it got even more fun. We used to do these little Minecraft short stories. We'd go on a site with short stories and anecdotes and things like that, pull a one that we all agreed on, build the set, find the skins, get things set up, run through it, record it, and we honestly did really good with them. Like, we had one where Kai wanted to do, it was the 3 little pigs, except the 3 little Steves with Herobrine. Another one, this one, I'm fairly sure Kai lost the footage of at one point, because I think this is the one that took us the longest to do, but it was the one that also got lost because we never got it up in time. We'd set it in the desert, and had all kinds of buildings and stuff, and we even found really cool texture pack and skins for it, and it was something between like Apollo and a prophet, or priestess, or whatever she was. And the fun thing about it is, I think this one was before we met Tam, but it was fun because how we'd done it was that it was, the priestess had gotten a vision of a warning of something from Apollo, and to be able to keep the power she had gotten or something like that, she was supposed to, I think, like, kiss or sleep with Apollo or something like that. But she refused in the end, and in turn, Apollo made it to where she couldn't tell anyone about the visions or anything. And it was about an invasion. The vision was about an invasion of coming towards the town. And once that happened, she couldn't tell him. And in the background, what Preston and I did for what it was like about the Trojan horse or something. And we built this giant Trojan creeper and spawned a lot of mobs inside. We built it out of wood and everything. We literally built a giant wooden pixel art Trojan creeper. And that one was a lot of fun, having the creeper, because at first I couldn't figure out the pixel dimensions of the creeper, so I went to look it up online to be able to build it. And Preston had decided, instead of doing that, He built a glass cage and spawned a creeper inside to try and count the pixels. That one was really fun to see though. Another one, what was it? Oh, the woodsman. How it was is there was a woodsman who would go out every day to cut the trees and bring the logs back, and every day the amount he brought back got less and less and less. And so one day, he told the person he was employed by that he didn't know why it kept getting less and less and less. And the person asked him if he'd been sharpening his axe, which of course he hadn't. He'd just go out and chop the wood and everything. So the axe had been getting duller and duller with each day and with each piece of wood he chopped and every tree he went to. So it got less and less and less, and the axe's blade became duller and duller to where he could barely get any wood at all, and he didn't realize he needed to sharpen it. A lot of this was all done like 2-3 years ago, so I may not be remembering all of them correctly along the stories and the morals that were supposed to come from them, because all the stories we did had some kind of meaning. Like there was one called the Circle of Joy, I think it was, and it was a person had come to the gates of a church or something like that, or not a church, it was a small something. There was priests and stuff. I can't remember what the name for it was, but the brother that was at the gate, who was always watching the gate and would let people in and out, someone had come and given him some grapes as a thank you and everything for being the one to let them in and to help them. Well, the brother goes to the guy in charge and gives the grapes to him as a thank you. And him, in return, goes to the sick person, and in turn, the sick person gives them to the chef, and the chef takes them to someone else, I can't remember who, and it goes there on and so forth, and finally it gets to the student of the alchemist or whoever was there, and he takes them and goes back out to the one who'd let him in, all the way back out to the brother standing at the gate, and gives them to him. So, in the end, it became a full circle. All the grapes ended up back to the person who received them first. And I liked that one. That one was kind of cute. Another one we did was a bit interesting. It was that we had a little... it was about 2 neighbors. One was rich, one was poor. The one who was poor would always sleep with his doors unlocked and his windows open and things like that. He was very trusting of the world because he had nothing to lose. The rich person was very spiteful of this. He was really stingy and suspicious and protective of everything he had. But it came down to one day he decided he would give some of his riches to the poor man who was his neighbor. And after that, the guy started putting in windows and locking his door and trying to find a hiding place for the things and everything. And eventually it got to the point where the guy went back to the rich neighbor and returned the money and stuff he'd been given and said, I don't want this because it's because of what it's causing to happen in my mind and like all the stress and everything. I'm going off of a memory from 3 years ago because that was one of the first ones we did. But I remember building the set for that one. I think like how it was the rich man's name was Carl, but I can't remember what the farmer's name was. For the life of me, I will never be able to remember that. Okay, so there's a save point shortly out of here after we get past the little bit of walk, so after I get there and everything, this episode will come to an end, and I will start on the next. And actually, before I start on the next, I think I'm going to look up some stuff to talk about or try and think of some topics that would be easy to keep going. Like, if I'm talking about stuff that I've done with friends and things like that, I can do that easily, because I can keep going and going and going, or things that I like, or things that have happened. But I actually started this video without a topic in mind or a actual set goal for my commentary. So that kind of messed me up, which is why the commentary for this is a bit iffy. But I'm going to I'm actually going to switch the way my laptop is facing and pull up the Sticky Notes app and type out some topics that I can do for different videos and choose one for each and go from there. And I'm going to type out some little notes that I can use to keep the topic going or bring up other stuff after it. And just make sure everything goes well. Because I don't want the commentary on these to be dead. I don't want it to seem like I'm not trying, because I am. I've just never been a outspoken person. I've always been shut off. Never wanted to voice my opinion or much like that. But in these, I'm the only one here. I'm the only one talking. I have to be able to voice my opinion or to find something that I can actually use to keep some kind of motion going, because unless you're doing a funny moments or sped up video or a tutorial or something that only has music, it's kind of a bad thing to have absolutely no commentary in a video, no matter what you're doing. Okay, someone is setting off things outside and that's scaring the crap out of me every time they go off. I don't know if it's a pop gun or if it's fireworks or what, but it is bugging me because it's like where I am, there's a window directly to my left in my view of sight where my air conditioner's been set up, and right out there is the side of the yard and the alley where all the dumpsters are. And I've never been a good person for things that tend to scare others or horror. Like, there are some points where, yes, I will listen to scary stories. Right in the morning when I wake up, when there's no chance that there's anything that could happen to me, and I will forget it before the end of the day. I am too paranoid for things like that. Like this game, there's one point when I was playing through the pacifist run and got to where I had to go back and to finish a part to get the true ending, and the music that started and the mobs I was running into were setting off my paranoia, because it had just gotten dark. Even it gets dark at almost 9:30 here. It was just barely dark, and I still had my door open, and it shows my yard. I don't live in a very good neighborhood, but I also live in an area where people don't go out much after night or after it's dark, unless they don't have a car or anything and are walking places. Because otherwise you only see cars going up and down, and they don't do anything that I've seen so far. But I've never handled horror well, and that little part of the game kind of set me off, because I was sitting here alone. All my chats with my friends had kind of dropped. They'd all ended up at points where the conversation couldn't be kept going, and so once the music started up and I finally got to a point where I was getting creeped out badly by the game, I went and messaged Tam just so I had someone to message and knew I would be getting responses from, because I was literally shaking to the point I wanted to cry because of that little bit of the game. The way the music was and everything, it scared me so badly. Okay, so here we meet my favorite character in the game. I love him like no other. Here we meet the oldest of the two brothers. And I find it funny. He's small. He's so small. But he's the oldest. And if I ever get into a conversation with my friend about the two brothers, I don't care what my friend says, the one who bought me the game, I don't care what he says or anything, because the way he introduced me to them, well, he didn't even introduce me to Sans. This is my favorite character in the whole game. Absolutely no competition. This is my favorite character. My friend never introduced him to me. I just kind of... To be honest, at first I thought he was obnoxious with his puns, but I adore him. Like, I absolutely adore him right now. And the way that my friend introduced me to his younger brother was, I was going through this, and once I got to the part in Snowden, like, my friend never said a word about them, never said a word about Papyrus until I got to the point where I had to fight Papyrus. And the one thing my friend says is, don't you dare kill my husbando, because if you do, I will make you regret it. So, that's how my friend introduced me to Papyrus, when I had to go fight him. That's the only thing he said. So, let's see if I can, get through this a bit. I might skip the text a bit, like, not enough to where you can't see what's being said, but enough to where I can click through it easily, because this video's already gotten to, I think, 30 minutes or so now. So, I want to be able to get on to the next episode without having to have the same topic, if you understand what I mean. And here come the puns. This is what made me think Sans was so obnoxious. And at this point, after watching the way his brother acted, I had no idea what to think of Papyrus. Absolutely no idea. They were just... I have no idea how to describe it. They were just like a... It's like you get... The feeling you get where you feel that prickling sensation, like, say your foot's asleep and you're trying to wake it up and it starts to feel like there's pinpricks going through it. That's what this scene was like for me the first time I saw it. I had no idea what to think. Okay, let's go ahead and get through this. The fact that he's over there stomping his foot. So, one thing I know, and definitely, is that there's no age given for these two. All you know is that Sans is the older brother. And the way they act, I think like they're teenagers, because Papyrus is over there stomping his foot in a tantrum like a 2-year-old. And his mood swings absolutely so fast. He is one of the purest characters you will ever see in this game. Oh my god. Boondoggle. That one word, I have no idea what to think of. I don't know if it's a real word or anything. It probably is, and I'm probably going to feel stupid for this. I've never looked it up. I have never looked it up, and I'm tempted to, but every time I see the word boondoggle in this, I swear. And there's the puns. So, that's the kind of character Sans is, and he fits his name just like the font Comic Sans. But this pair are these are my two favorite characters. Sans is number 1, Papyrus is number 2. Davey, if you're watching this, I don't care if Papyrus is your husbando. If the day ever comes, I will steal him from you. Just a heads up. I have no idea if Davey's ever gonna watch this. I don't think he even knows that I've gotten back into YouTube and recording. But if he ever does stop and watch this and come to this part, Davey, I am stealing your husbando whenever it gets to the point where it looks like you're not gonna pay him any more attention. I'm just going to up and steal him. I don't care what you say, he is mine. Oh my god, I am going to get so much rap for that from Tammy. So, whenever I put up a video, before I get to the save point anyway, whenever I put up a video, my friends Kai and Tam always message me about it, and Tam tends to leave random comments, like on the first episode of this that I finally put back up. Oh my god. She was texting me at the time, and she was commenting, and we were talking on Skype. Because I had texted her a picture of my cat, I'm fairly sure. And then we were talking on Skype before that. And the minute she watched the episode, she decided that she was going to comment on it. And I was playing a game on my laptop at the time, and I had my mom's iPad over here with me. And so the way it was set up, the iPad, I saw out of the corner of my eye light up. And I looked over at it, and I saw the comment, and the first thing I did before I went and replied to it on YouTube, I went and messaged her on Skype, Tam, why? And she just sent me she just sent me back, well, before I'd send her Tam, why, I spammed her. I don't remember what word I'd spammed her, but I'd spammed her a word. I don't remember, I think it was why. I think that's what I was spamming her, was the word why, and she was just spamming me back smiley faces. And I just wanted so much right then and there to shut down my Skype and turn off my phone. Alright, so this is going to be the end of the episode here. I will start up, oh god, 37 minutes. I will start this up again in a few, after I figure out some more topics. Though it won't be a few minutes for you guys, it'll probably be a few days or something like that. And I will work on getting things in between as well. So, I will see you guys later, and thank you for watching!